All right. Check. All right. We are live. How was your week?
Well, other than going too far down the Facebook rabbit hole and just pissing myself off, it's pretty good.
Okay. All right. What do you mean by going down the Facebook rabbit hole?
You know how people have opinions and they think theirs are important.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. I feel it. My week wasn't too bad. We, in case you didn't know, are Talking Interference Sports. Welcome to another week. So glad to have you join us. What's going on, Dennis? Welcome back. I'm Nick.
I'm Eric.
And we are here for our 20th week. We're proudly sponsored, or not, well, proudly in partnership with the Game Changer Sports Network. Go check out both Talk Interference Sports and the Game Changer Sports Network social media pages, Instagram, Twitter, and the Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, if you guys are not on board with this yet, go check out the Twitch channels, make the Twitch accounts. We're going to be starting to transition into Twitch. I said that like 17 weeks ago, but we're going to start making the move. The quality of the Facebook page will be transitioned over to my phone, and the Twitch will be this quality right here. If you guys are in the Everett area and are looking for some awesome coffee, go check out Tabby's Coffee attached to the library in Everett. Tell them Talk Interference Sports sent you, and you can get some discounted or free coffee, whatever she feels like doing at that time. Go check her out. Awesome coffee. Hey, guys, how about those Chiefs? I told you so, Nick. You were wrong about the Chiefs game and the Chargers loss. LOL. Go Chiefs. Upcoming Super Bowl champions. You'll see. Gary, I like it. You did say so, man. I was wrong. I've been on the Chargers being good for a little while.
This whole season.
So, well, the Chiefs played the Colts. The Colts. Sorry. But if the Patriots play the way that they played against the Chiefs, I don't know, man. Like the Patriots look really good.
And to me, I think it comes down to the Chiefs' defense.
The Colts were not there this week, man. I don't know what happened. Go Raiders, Sean says. Stop it. Devin says, haha, the Chiefs beat a crappy Colts team. The Chiefs and the Colts game was, that was a bad one for the Colts. I thought Andrew Luck was – yo, man, let's go ahead and just pop right into it.
All righty then.
So the Chiefs win 31-13. Chiefs put a smash up on the Colts with 17 unanswered points until the Colts got a blocked punt for a touchdown. The offense didn't score until the fourth for the Colts. It was a very impressive showing for the Chiefs, and their defense with a very lackluster showing from the Colts was pretty impressive. I really thought the Colts were going to give the Chiefs a little bit of a better game. Anything jump out to you in this game? I was really impressed by the Chiefs' defense.
That's what jumped out to me was the Chiefs' defense, because they played a good game. That was not –
Chiefs did play a really good game.
And specifically their defense. And that was not the Chiefs' defense that we saw was at week 4 or 15.
Something like that.
That played the Seahawks. I mean, that defense looked like hot garbage.
Right. Dennis says, crappy Colts. LOL, we'll see. They are 2 years ahead of schedule. I like it, Dennis. They are, I don't know, they turned it around pretty quickly this year. Go Seahawks. I'm hoping for a Saints versus Chiefs Super Bowl. I like it. The Chiefs defense woke up the last game of the season against the Raiders and held them to only 3 points. Also, the Chiefs really held the Colts to 6 points, not counting that block punt that was a missed block. Yeah, so that special teams score really was.
Are you really going to pat your defense on the back for holding the Raiders to 3 points, though?
That's true, though. I mean,
that team has just been demolished this year.
I don't even really want to consider that team to be a team right now. Sorry, Sean, but that was a gutted team.
Right.
But I don't know. It was a dogfight in a lot of the games that they had, realistically. Like, it's not like they didn't score some points.
Well, that's true. I mean, and they're still professional athletes. And,
right.
But the first half of the season Raiders is not the second half of the season Raiders.
That's true. I totally agree with that. The Chiefs' defense is back at full force. Go Chiefs. I like it, Gary. I'm into it. The last 2 minutes the Chiefs played the Raiders scored 30-plus points on us. 2 years ahead of schedule, where does that put Seattle? I don't know, man. That's a conversation that clearly you and Dennis are going to have to argue about in the chat about.
Don't worry. It'll be like 20 years before the Seahawks are good again.
Right? Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I'm just hoping that not to get too sidetracked, but I hope they can work something out with Frank Clark.
Dude, if they don't sign Frank Clark and they don't sign KJ Wright, I don't know what their plans are here, man. I really don't. I don't. You got to bring back those guys. You got to bring back those guys.
You would think so.
Yo, I read online, and I don't know how truthful it is, but I read online that people were talking about getting Antonio Brown out there, and I think that's a horrible move. Like, I think Antonio Brown is a fantastic wide receiver, but the Seahawks have a Russell Wilson extension coming up. You know, like, that's going to be a lot of money. Like, this guy is potentially about to be the highest paid quarterback in the league. Like,
and that's never –
you got Frank Clark. Yeah.
That's never really been, like, the
Seahawks agenda.
Yeah, that's never really been their game plan of let's go out and get somebody for a bunch of money. What about trading
Max Unger for Jimmy Graham?
Yeah. I thought that was a bad trade from the beginning.
Hey, guys, how about these Rams? It's Gumbo week, and it's going to the Bayou. What? To have some jambalaya and run all over the Saints. Jay, man. Oof.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know. We'll see, man. I don't know.
No, no.
Mahomes, Dennis says, 270 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interception, 1 rushing. Chiefs defense. Go Sonics. I like it. Hey, bring them back. Bring them back. Devin says, Colts beat a weak Colts team. Chiefs beat a weak Colts team. So your prediction is Patriots at Chiefs so we'll get into the predictions a little later. And Patriots beat the Chargers team. Who get it done? Let's be honest. We're all glad the Cowboys got smoked, and everybody but me was surprised at the Patriots completely destroying the Chargers. Cowboys suck. Man, you guys. I don't like the Cowboys, but I don't hate them as much as everybody like. I don't hate them with a fiery passion. It's always nice for me to see. I would much rather see like the Rams lose than the Cowboys. Really, that's just
me. I mean, as a Seattle fan, yeah, absolutely.
Cowboys don't really like. I understand that they just knocked the Seahawks out of the playoffs a couple weeks ago, but
that's why I was happy to see them lose.
It doesn't. The Cowboys weren't winning the Super Bowl. Like even if they beat the Rams, even if that happened, they wouldn't have beat the Saints. That's just it. The Cowboys weren't going to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Excuse me. There was just no way. I like it. Doing a good job, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's stick back with the AFC though. I mean,
okay.
Dude, I got a huge rant about this freaking Chargers and New England Patriots game, man. Before I go on my huge rant, because it's gonna take a minute. Do you got anything you want to say about this?
Well, this is the one game I only watched half of it because I was fishing. So
fair enough.
But man, that Sony Michel, I had never really seen him run before.
Bro.
He he did good.
Put up the numbers, man.
Wow.
Put up the numbers, that's for sure.
But other than that, yeah, go for it.
So
tee off.
Here comes swinging away. Los Angeles Chargers versus the New England Patriots. Patriots win in a dominating performance over my pick for the AFC champions, 41-28. The Patriots and the Chargers both score on their first drives, then it was all Patriots from there on. Man, 24 unanswered points is like not a way at all to go into the divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
Like zero way to go into a divisional match and come out on top. The Chargers didn't score again until there was like a minute and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, man. Like it's just unexcusable. Gus Bradley should be held accountable for the horrible defensive coordination, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what game film this guy is watching, but anybody who has watched the Patriots for a quarter of this season can tell you that you need to mirror the guy in the backfield. Like, watch the guy in the backfield and double cover Edelman. I don't understand why this hasn't been taken care of yet. Like, this is – stats say James White had more yards after the catch. More yards after the catch than Todd Gurley, Zeke Elliott, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, all this season. Yards after the catch. He got more yards after the catch than any of those guys. White had 87 receptions this season, and I think it was like 88 or 89 yards before the catch. So, like, he caught like 98 or like almost 90 yards, like, down the field, like this whole season. With 87 receptions, but yards after the catch, it was 667 during the regular season. He and Edelman had 179 yards in the first half of that Chargers game. You can't play a weak soft zone like the Chargers did in that game. You just can't. You can't play a weak soft zone like that, man. There isn't any way the Chargers they're like, when I was watching this, the Chargers defenders were like 10 yards back. These guys to throw the ball, Tom Brady throws the ball like 2 yards down the field, and then the rest of the wide receivers do the work. White does all the rest of the work. This happened all game. The defensive backs were not even close to being in the backfield. Running a soft zone, you're already immediately set up for failure. You're playing like this against White and Edelman as a combo. 8 of 9 of Edelman's receptions were first downs. Gronk caught 1 pass down the field. 4 out of the 5 games the Patriots lost this year, White had 31 or less yards. When you stop the backfield for the Pats, you have a high success rate. The defense of the Chargers and Gus Bradley should be embarrassed. You pretty much left yourself as an open book, showing 7 defensive backs the whole time, man. It was complete garbage. Horrible defensive calls. I don't know what game film this guy was watching, but geez, dude. This is what bothers me about the Tom Brady being the GOAT conversation. This is what bothers me, okay? I'm not saying that this guy is not one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm not saying that. But what bothers me is that when we have this conversation, you watch a playoff game like this, and he throws the ball 2-3 yards down the field, and the wide receivers do the rest of the work. All the rest of the work was done by the wide receivers. He got 300-something plus yards passing, and I bet almost 90% of it was yards after the catch. That's frustrating. How do you not realize that that's what the Patriots game plan? That's been the Patriots game plan since they played the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I'm frustrated about it. It's annoying. It bugs me. Do you got anything to add on that?
Not really.
I mean,
right.
All right. Dennis, ever heard of Joe Montana, I never knew the Patriots would destroy an overrated Chargers and Crimea River. Patriots have no chance of doing that against the Kansas City Chiefs. Damn pass, man. Yeah, I heard Joe Montana playoff game. He played. Tom Brady, blah, blah, blah. Holy mustache. Well done. I like it. Gary dude is weird, underestimating the damn Patriots. Why are we talking about the loser Chargers? Go Chiefs. Your defense is garbage, and your coach should have been Clemson eating Big Macs at the White House. Jeez, you guys are just going at it, man. All I'm saying is just, you guys just go off.
I forgot about that.
You guys go off, man. Yo, I'm telling you, if I was a Clemson player, I would be thankful that I'm at the White House eating something.
Anything.
You know? Anything.
Just being at the White House.
Like, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. I mean, and if you don't think that's a huge deal, regardless of how you feel about the president, that's a big deal.
I think that's an honorable thing, man. Like, being at the White House, being like, dude, you just won a championship.
And then you got to go to the White House?
Yeah, like, that's cool.
That's
I
cool.
don't care who the president is.
No.
And I'm going to leave the politics position out of this. Like, I don't even want to talk the politics.
I'm not going to.
If Jane Fonda was the freaking president, I would still be like, yeah, you see? You see what I'm saying? No, see?
But it was still, I would be happy about it.
I would be happy about being at the White House.
Yeah.
But, you know, I digress. O-line was falling apart. All these haters, the team's lost. Hey, man, I'm down. Anyone but Bama. I agree. I don't like seeing Bama win championships. I love it. I didn't mean to laugh at that. I just wanted to give you some love. So we're going to leave the politics aside, and we're going to move on from that. Anything else pop out at you with this whole thing with Tom Brady and how awesome the Patriots are? After watching that game, like, man, I'm telling you, like, just mirror the guy in the backfield. It's so obvious. Mirror the guy in the backfield and double up on Edelman and make them throw the ball.
Yeah, and even
they were playing good defense down the field.
Right.
You can't play soft zones like that, man. You just can't.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to you know how cockroaches just kind of seem to find a way to survive? Well, the Patriots just seem to find a way to win.
Jeez. I wasn't going to go that far.
I don't.
Damn, I like it. All right. Hey.
Anybody but the Patriots. I'm tired of seeing them, just – they're like the Alabama,
Devin, no, Jacob is not here. All right, man. Let's move on to the NFC.
Okay.
Rams advance with a 30-22 win over the Cowboys. I think this game could have been a lot closer had the Rams defense not been so strong during the second quarter. C.J. Anderson had a monster game, though, with 2 touchdowns and 123 yards. How impressive was that?
Yeah.
That was cool, dude.
Yeah, that was great. And the other thing I really liked seeing was that Zeke Elliott got held to friggin' almost nothing.
Had a long of 15 yards and was averaging 2.4.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Gurley's like, nope.
Nope. And Gurley didn't even run the ball like C.J. Anderson did. Like,
no.
Gurley wasn't even their top running back that game. That's impressive. That's great. The run game was so dominant for the Rams. I'm not overly surprised that the run game was as good as it was. I'm surprised it wasn't Gurley. That's what's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And
they never let up off the gas until the end when the Cowboys started coming back, a little bit. But dude,
but when they started coming back with 4 minutes left,
the clock was so dominated by the run game of the Rams that it was just
But by the time the Cowboys got their crap together and started mounting even a minimal comeback, they were almost mathematically eliminated from winning that game, or even tying it and going to overtime.
Gary says, Nick, you picking the Colts and the Chargers last week made my bets feel even more winnable. Cha-ching. I like it. I'm glad, man. It's going to be a great game, though. I like it. But seriously, check the video out and listen to what Bosa says about Brady. I will check that out. Wasn't reading your guys' argument.
What video?
They were having an argument in the. I'll show it to you.
I'm not going to.
Joey Bosa. Okay. All right. Okay.
I say I will, but I won't.
Okay, I can dig it. All right. Next up, the Saints squeak out a win. Squeak it out. The 20-14 win to make their first NFC Championship appearance since 2009 when they won the Super Bowl. Eagles come out and score 14 points the first quarter, then decide that they didn't want to win. I don't know what happened, and the Saints defense looked good. Damn. And 2 interceptions from Foles, and then 5 consecutive punt drives later, the Saints score 20 unanswered points to win. Drew Brees throws a nice 301 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kamara runs very cleanly for 71 yards. I really love their use of that backup quarterback, Taysom Hill.
Oh, yeah.
He was like targeted for a pass down the field. They had Drew Brees lined up in a wide receiver position when Hill was under the center. Mm-hmm. And he even ran the ball for 8 yards. I believe both of his runs for 8 yards. He had 2 runs, and it was a total of 8 yards. I think both of them were for first down. The young kid could do it all, man. I like watching him there. I like the addition of the young quarterback there, dude. Like,
and I like that they're actually utilizing him, and he's getting experience. Now, yeah, he might be in this situation getting experience in a
different way, but at least he's on the field.
What you might call a trick play or something. But yeah, at least he's on the field and he's gaining that experience.
Right. I totally agree with that.
I mean, that's one thing that I don't understand. Like the Seahawks do this all the time. Even when they're winning a game, and it's like, why do we still have Russell Wilson out there? Put in your backup quarterback. Let him play a little bit.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And the Saints weren't even winning at this point when they had Hill in. Like,
I know, but I mean,
I get what you're saying.
Get these younger guys experience, because right. Your Drew Breeses, your Aaron Rodgers, your Tom Brady's, you're not going to play forever.
No, I don't even know how many more seasons Drew Brees has left in him. Maybe that's why they're getting Hill some snap time.
Maybe, but I mean, you do have to move your franchise forward in the future.
Absolutely.
You can't just be stuck in the past all the time. And that's how you get left behind. That's how you become the Browns.
That's what jeez, bro. Okay. All right. Okay. I see it. Yeah, no, I like this kid. He looked good. It was awesome. Oh my God. Get off Brady. Okay. Brady, who dat? Talk interference Instagram is what I sent. Okay, I'll check that out. It was an awesome game. I was gonna poop if the Eagles win. Goff, Andrew Lux, Derek Rowe. Okay, win a Super Bowl with Luck. Jeez. All the arguments, man. Jeez. Eagles told the media that Wentz is still going to be their quarterback starter. If I was Foles, I would be pissed, Justin says.
How can you be surprised by that, though?
Foles' last game in a Philadelphia uniform, man. That's what I'm thinking. Not a big not a big market for quarterbacks this offseason, though. 5 teams that were in questionable marked spots for quarterbacks found starting rookies this year. Guesses on where he ends up during free agency? I have no idea. I really don't know. But the man's won a Super Bowl, and he drove them from during the playoffs all the way to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl.
And let's not forget this year when Carson Wentz went out with an injury for the second year in a row. They had a slightly better than 10% chance of making the playoffs.
And then Nick Foles
steps in, wins 3 games in a row, and they go to the playoffs.
That guy can start anywhere that already doesn't have a tenured quarterback.
I mean, I would like to see him in a place. I mean, he might even be a good pickup for in Atlanta.
I would stick with Matt Ryan. I would stick with Matty Ice, man. Matty Ice.
I'm sorry, not Atlanta. The Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Okay. I was thinking
Jacksonville.
See, Jacksonville's one of them. They're like Blake Bortles needs to be out of it. I don't know why that guy still has a damn job.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that one.
What I was saying was let's talk about the fact that this might be Eli's last season in the Giants uniform. This might be the last season we see Eli Manning. How about Nick Foles in New York slinging it down the field to Odell Beckham Jr.?
I'd like to see that.
I would like to see that too. That would be kind of cool. I would like to see that.
I bet that would be a pretty good combo.
I think so too. I think that would be awesome.
And
Giants should sign. Oh, there you go, Justin. I like it.
It was very cool. I don't understand why the Eagles have such a problem putting some faith in Nick Foles. I mean, if it was my team, I'd be questioning on why I'm keeping Wentz.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good.
But he gets hurt. He's made of glass.
Yeah.
He's made of glass, dude.
He's got that Tony Romo disease.
Jeez. Okay. All right. Flies to Patriots. Brady. 15 more years. Sorry about the last message. Have been having a few beers, so cold weather at Arrowhead will make Brady's arthritis work against him. Could Brady's retirement party right after the loss of Kate? Man, I honestly...
Are you seriously going to sit here and say that Brady can't throw in the cold?
Gillette Stadium gets cold,
baby. Like I know Kansas City's cold, but so is the Northeast.
Yeah. Well, dude, I don't know if it's going to be cold as words I cannot say, because I've been in Kansas City when it's this cold and it hurts to be outside, dude.
Yeah,
I get it's cold in the north or in the Northeast, man. I get it, but man, that wind chill, bro, it's gonna be nasty.
I agree. It is a different cold in the Midwest, but
I'm not saying the weather's gonna affect Tom Brady.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's gonna, but it's gonna be cold.
And historically, when it gets cold, what does Tom Brady do? Throws the ball.
Yeah.
You don't care.
I think Tom Brady's going to be playing for a couple more years. I don't think this is his last season.
I think he'll retire when he's 45.
I think
that's round number. Well, not round.
I think he'll probably play a couple more seasons, and then when I think Bill Belichick, I think this is Bill Belichick's last year.
That's news to me.
I'm not sure. I don't know what his contract. Don't quote me on that.
I would
when
imagine,
Bill Belichick leaves, Tom Brady's leaving.